Enough of my singing. Here it is, The Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars. And this is totally uncut. This is the real deal, son. This is what you would have seen in 1980. And I was too young. Even, you know what's weird about that, though? Because I told you in 78 and 77 and 79, I'd get dropped off at this second run theater, and I think the ticket was 25 or 50 cents. And they would drop me off at night to go watch these movies. Isn't that insane? But then somehow I never got to Empire Strikes Back. So that's very weird. So the first Star Wars movie I saw in the theater was Return of the Jedi. Dad took me to that. I remember it, listen, I'm one of those people that has to be on time to everything. And on time means early. And I guess my dad wasn't into that because we came in late and missed a chunk of the movie. And so we sit there because we want to see what we missed. And then the ushers were actually trying to kick us out. It's, it was 1983. I said, hey, come on, bro. We missed a hunk of the movie. And then the kid went, oh, okay. How's that for a story, huh? I don't need to say anything about Empire Strikes Back. I mean, if you don't know Empire Strikes Back, how could you be a movie fan, right? I'm not going to spoil anything. I do remember there was a scene in The Simpsons where Homer, they were looking back in time when he saw it, and he blurts out some of the secrets. That shit's funny. Funny to me, anyway. What do we got here? Screwballs. Now, I don't know what that means. That's got to be like in the vein of Animal House, teen sex comedy, right? Got to be. But this guy looks like he's been through the mill. Even that box. Look at this. Bunk. Screwballs is missing, so they put a piece of tape. Screwball. I mean, I wonder if this would even disintegrate in the machine. I don't know, it looks okay. Boy, am I afraid of you, Screwballs. I'm afraid of screwballs. I'm afraid of screwballs. Hey, by the way, do you know that I've recorded an album, and I was halfway through a second album before I lost inspiration. Couldn't write anything else. I just found out you can put your stuff up on iTunes. So I could put my album up there and then, like an EP of whatever was left over from the next one, and then people could buy them. If you're actually watching this and thinking that's a good idea, on this channel, you scroll down, you hear some of those songs. I'm in Love with a Robot is the one that got the most views. Some of the others have like nothing. Even ones that I think are my best. They got like 10 views. I'm like, what? Clearly I named that song wrong because I'm in Love with a Robot's not that great. And they went crazy in Germany. So let me know down in the comments if you think that's a good idea, if you care at all to hear about it. This is The Sound of Music. Come on, you know the Von Trapps. You know the movie, but look at this baby. Bong. There's 2 tapes in there, sir. You know why there's 2 tapes in there? Because this is beta. And these tapes do not hold a lot of tape, so you can go. Then once they got to beta 3, where it was like SLP, you could do that. But it was, some low quality. I mean, what do you think this thing cost? It got to be $100 when this thing came out, right? So, if you're paying $100, you don't want any crab copy. These tapes are fighting me, though. They don't want to come out of here. So either they short stacked these movies for the intermission, or somebody didn't rewind them fully. I don't know. Hi-fi, that's nice, huh? I don't think these were a rental. I'm not seeing anything here that tells me these are a rental. The Von Trapps, does that mean it's woe? Oh no, from my head to my toe, I'm in love with you. Do you think it shows? So it's just all these kids, and they're like a singing group, and they're running from the Nazis. So, I mean, this is one of those movies that I don't care. You can't escape. I've even seen it. At least pieces of it. Oh, another Disney. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, it's a rental box, surely. Shaggy Dog. Ooh. Yeah, it was a rental. Look, it's got a schnurd on there. Shaggy Dog. This is different than the Shaggy DA. I thought the Shaggy Dog was a lawyer with Fred McMurray. But it's possible I'm misremembering. But I remember the guy turns into a dog for some reason. Can you imagine you go hire a lawyer and it's a dog? Although if the judge is a dog lover, right? You're in like Flint. I used to think that was in like Flynn, but apparently it's in like Flint. Star is born 78. This ain't Bradley Cooper, sir. This is Barbara Streisand and Chris Christopherson. And it's in the bluest box I've ever seen. Oh, look at that. Rewind charge $1. Now, come on, $1? Boy, I hope you rewound that tape. That's big money. You could get in this time period, you could get a Happy Meal for under $2, and you get it in a box, and you'd get, I don't know, 4 or 6 nuggets, and you get this teeny bag of fries and a drink, and you get a toy, and you get a box that was essentially it would have like word search on it, and little mazes, and all colorful shit, and you can learn about Ronald McDonald and all that nonsense. And then the charge for this is $1. So probably everybody's seen the Bradley Cooper one. Same story. It's the same story every time. I think that was an older version even. Music Plus, Believe in Us, Streetcar Named Desire. Now come on, Stella. Stella. That's what this is. Streetcar Named Desire. Don't look like they rewound it. That thing's in trouble. But this is not, so I'm not going to mess with it. Yeah, if you're not going to come up, then that's where we is. I got that. I know there's a, there you go. See that? There's your barcode. Maybe some of you are smart can scan that. See if you get a cookie. So Streetcar Named Desire. You know, I don't know if I've fully seen it. I just messed that up, didn't I? It still didn't come off. Now we know why it's getting loose. It's a guy, Stanley, I think, is an asshole, and Stella is like, I think she's an abused woman, I guess is what you would say. Life has given her a raw deal, and it's sort of that story. I'm not the best person for explaining what that is. I tune out of that stuff early, but as you can see, even I couldn't escape. Stella, Razorback. Now, I thought I looked this up, and this was not that old of a movie. When I say not that old, I mean not 70s. I think it was 80s. Razorback. I think it's a horror movie, but, you know, my brain, I can't remember. Definitely a rental, though, right? So, I wish I could give you more information on Razorback, but I'm thinking horror, and I'm thinking mid-80s. And there I've done that backwards again. Even in these VHS looking boxes. And sadly, that brings us to the end. The last tape. There they are. The Space Raiders. Big box, sir. There you go. Look at it sideways. Turn your head. If you're watching on your phone, you know your phone turns with you. I mean, what is this? A Star Wars ripoff gotta be, right? Let's see. On a distant planet of Procon 3, boy, that sounds cheesy, at a time far into the future. So not a long, long time ago. This is far into the future. 10-year-old Peter Tracton is innocently trying to catch a pesky space bug. Okay. Suddenly, the warehouse in which he is playing is attacked by outlaw space raiders, and the boy is whisked off on an incredible adventure beyond his wildest dreams. So that sounds like a kidnapping to me. Vince Edwards stars as Colonel C.W. Hawk, who discovers Peter hiding in the hull of the cargo ship that he and his raiders have just hijacked. When Hawk learns that Peter is the son of a high-level corporation executive, he decides to hold the youngster for ransom. Well, there you go, right? Some light child abuse. Let's have a look here. I guess I better take you out, because those boxes, man, they want to close, sir. Was this a rental? Well, that's a sign that it was. I don't know what it says, though. Does that say Warner Home Video? Well, that sounds factory to me, then. But this ain't factory. What's that say? Video rental. Boy, somebody really didn't try with the name. And I'm telling you, I cannot see what that says. Hopefully you'll be able to see that on camera, what that is. And you could tell me. Where was that video store? And may I please talk to them? Now, is this right? Oh, look at that. So that's it for this episode. I want to thank you so much for watching. And I will continue. Bye.